Hello, so here we have 3 campervans, all about the same kind of money, about £70,000, but they're all completely different sizes. We've got the small, the Swift Monza, we've got the medium in the Swift Tracker, and then we've got the big Swift Voyager. But they're all the same money, so surely you just buy the bigger, the more spacious, the one with more tech, the one with more gadgets, the Swift Voyager. Surely that'd be the case? Well, not necessarily. We've all seen Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Something is a little bit different for everybody. Today, I'm going to be exploring each of these vehicles. We're going to be having a look inside. I'm going to be explaining a little bit, and I'm going to be showing you how some of my things fit in there when I'm going away. When I go away, I like to do things. So I've got my Rider 24, the bike. I've got my paddleboard as well. Obviously, I've got a bit of luggage because I need to take some luggage with me. And then the duvet mattress as well. Although for 2 of these vehicles, I'm not really going to need that. Anyway, let's first of all get started with the Swift Voyager. Let's go and have a look inside. So the Swift Voyager does come in a variety of models, but they're all built on the same chassis, the Ford Transit chassis. This model which I'm going to be going in now is the 540, and it's actually 7 meters long, a massive 7 meters. So it certainly is very spacious. So as we come inside, we can see it's like a caravan on wheels. Caravans do come on wheels anyway, but it's a caravan with an engine, a motor. And as you can see from the front, it's got the modern Ford Transit dashboard. This one in particular is an automatic. I think the sign on this one is about £68,000 for a massive motorhome such as this. Let's not concentrate on that. But coming round here, we've got this huge lounge area. And sitting on this, it's very comfortable. Nice, comfortable place for sitting on. But it turns into a bed. This is the first of the beds, and it's really quite easy to do. You basically just kind of pop out the cushions. And you might be thinking, well, there's 2 seats there, but where's the other actual travelling seats? Well, if you look under here, you can just see in there that that is where the travelling seat is, and it's got the Isofix anchoring point there. So if you've got child seats, then it's perfect for that as well. So you've got one of those on each side, so you've got the 2 seats up front, and then you've got the 2 travelling seats here. Rather large table in the middle, so it's a really, really nice lounge area. And to keep the light out, we've got the blinds which pop up from the bottom, and then we've got the fly screen which comes down from the top. And that's very, very, if you are familiar with the Swift brand, that is generally what you do get. And you also get the blinds in the front as well, which kind of come up from there. I can't reach it from here, but they pop up from there. But you're thinking, well, where's the other bed? Well, this is where some magic happens, because up here we've got a switch, and the bed from up above comes down. I'm not going to put it down any further than that because you do need to move the cushions in able to do so. But as you can see up here, it's got this massive bed. And as I mentioned outside, you don't need the duvet mattress because this has already got the duvet mattress. So you've got that luxury and you've got that comfort in there. So let's just pop that back up again. But back round to the side, we've obviously got the switch here, which I'm pressing to do that. This vehicle's fitted with the Trumer combi boiler, so it's got the heating, blown air heating, and it's got the hot water as well. And then you've got your various different controls here to control various different aspects of the van. You've got a TV stand here, 240 volt socket, and then your TV aerial as well as a 12 volt DC supply. Plenty of storage, and what is a massive fridge freezer. One which opens both ways, but this, because it's the Voyager, because it is that massive 7 meter vehicle, it's a 133 litre fridge. So yeah, you're certainly not going to be getting that on a Volkswagen Transporter or a Ford Transit. So coming around here, we've got this sink, and look at this sink. Aluminium sink and a proper kitchen tap, a kind of tap which you would find in your kitchen at home. So we can go outside here to enable you to obviously have an extra bit of work surface area. Coming in here, we've got this big cupboard, big storage area, and then it's got a pull-out drawer to be putting your cutlery items. I'm not sure if you can see, but that is a great big cavernous storage area. Because this is a motorhome, we've got a full-size oven and a grill. And as you can see here, we've got gas, but we've also got an electric hob as well. So if you are plugged in, if you are connected to hookup, then you've actually got electric in there as well. A window there to make sure you can vent everything out of there. And then you've got plenty of storage cupboards up here, and you could just see as I open that one, just how deep those storage areas are. Up above, we've got a skylight, so letting that plenty of air in, and then you will really value that in the summer because you can actually open that up and let that hot air out, hopefully, if we get some nice warm summers. And here we are, look at this, and I'm testing out this camera today. It isn't my camera, I borrowed it just because I wanted to try something a little bit different. But this, as you can see, is the bathroom, and it's a really big area. So you've got your Thetford toilet there. You've got your storage underneath for storing all your essentials, your shampoos, your gels, your toothpastes, etc. And a sink here. And this is a lovely tap, and that is beautiful. Plastic sink, but a really nice sink and a bit of a surface area here. You've got another cupboard for storing your items in there, and then another mirror so you can make sure you've done your hair properly in the morning. This, however, look inside here. It is huge. Look at that area. You've got a massive area. I'm not sure if you can, the camera's actually picking it up, but you can see that goes all the way to the back. And it's a great big storage area for storing all your clothes. So you've got this rail up here, so if you've got any shirts or anything like that which you need to hang up, any blouses, any dresses or whatever, then you've got that there. And then you've got all these shelves here just to be storing all your clothes. So you really are quite lucky to be having all that area. And what we've got in here, got the door to go into the garage, which I will come on to in a minute. Because it is a motorhome, it's got a garage, and this one is quite a large one. Let's access that from the outside in a second. But we've got a shower cubicle with a perspex door to prevent the water from coming out into this area. Obviously the draining comes down to the bottom there, but then you've got the shower, which is powered by, like I've said, the Truma combi boiler, so you make sure you've got that hot water, and then another skylight there to make sure you can let all that steam from the hot shower which you've had. And let's not forget, we can keep all that private by shutting the door there. So this is a big vehicle, a very big vehicle, a luxurious vehicle. For £70,000, you're getting a lot for your money. So outside, this isn't a vehicle review or anything like that. I'm pretty much just talking about the different kinds of vehicles, kind of what you can get for your money. So it's not a specific review of the vehicle, but I'm just giving you some details on it. Now, if you look at this, this is the garage which I've been talking about. So when I said about my toys, my paddleboard, the My Rider bike, I'll show you exactly how that goes in here. And yeah, as you can see, it is going to go in with very much ease, especially like I say, the My Rider bike, because it folds, it doesn't fold like the My Rider 16 and the My Rider 20 do. This is the 24. It folds and the width is 30 centimeters, which will get through that, and the height will get through that because the stem folds down, and it just stores in there perfectly well, as will your paddleboard and everything else. I wouldn't need to be putting my clothes in there though, would I? But I've got the wardrobe for that. Let's just quickly pop round to the other side of this and just to see the actual size of the door on this side of the garage, because as you can see, that is a tall door. So you're going to be able to get a lot of things in there. So that is the motorhome, that is the Voyager, and it's great, it's amazing in fact. But is it for you? It might not necessarily be for you, and I'll explain a little bit later on why not. Now, behind me here, this is the Trekker, but this is the Trekker XL. So despite being XL, meaning it's kind of bigger etc. It isn't. It is longer. I think this one's 6 meters, but it's not the one I'm going to show you today. This one, £66,000. So there's actually quite a lot of value which you are getting in that. In fact, let's quickly just pop our heads in. Because it is a little bit different, because you've got a fridge here which is a 70-litre fridge in this one. You've got the grill in there, and then you've got a Dometic 2-burner hob for gas, and then you've got the sink there. And you can tell that's the kind of the Campervan kind of sink, which I'm sure you're quite used to. It's got the Swift LCD display, so you can control all your lighting and things like that from there. This one's fitted with a Whale heating system, so it's got the blown air heating system, so this is the Whale's controls, and hot water as well. Obviously the required smoke alarm and the carbon monoxide alarm. And this vehicle again is an automatic, and just look how modern and look how just really, really nice those that dashboard is, and these seats. I really quite like these seats, as I do in the Monza, which I'll come on to in a moment. But yeah, this fridge, 50 litres, and it opens both ways. It's got a shower cubicle, so you've got the full length shower, you've got the toilet in here, it's a wet room in here, you've got the sink which pulls down. Look at that. Brilliant, brilliant sink. Put your water in there, you can wash your face, you can do whatever you want because the water is in there perfectly. Drains away, and once it's drained away, you can pop it back in there. Got your Dometic toilet roll holder. It's not holding the toilet roll thing very well. Stick that there, put that back later. Sorry about that, no toilet roll in it. And then you've got your privacy by the door shutting. But one of the reasons for showing you this one is look at this lounge area. It's a really nice lounge. You've got this lounge where you can just sit in here. You can have your sit down on these really, really comfy seats. Have your food on here, and you can just really relax. But this one is only a 2-berth, because this is the only bed. This room comes out into a bed. It doesn't have the pop top, so it's okay if you've got 2 people, but any more than that, and this one isn't for you. So let's go and have a look at another Trekker, one which has got a pop top. It does cost a little bit more money than the 66, but I think it's only about 68. Let's go and have a look at that one. So this is the Swift Trekker, and I absolutely love the colour scheme of this. Can often be mistaken in the southwest down here, because I'm not sure if you've seen, but the Devon and Cornwall speed Campervan is now very, very much looking like this. But I really do like this, the colour scheme which we've got on this. So yeah, so £68,500. And this one again is an automatic powered vehicle. But as you can see, as we approach the entrance to it, it is different to the one which we've just been in. And as you can see, just coming in, it's got a 50-litre fridge. So it is a much smaller fridge than in the other one. If you go for the X or the XL, you do, as I say, get that 70-litre. But again, modern Ford cockpit with the automatic gearbox and these seats. I do really, really like these seats. They are extremely comfortable, as are these seats here. So, like I've said, this is for 4 persons. So you've got the 2 front seats here, and then you've got 2 seats behind. And they're really, really comfortable. Sometimes you can get in some of these vans and they're a little bit uncomfortable. The seats aren't quite what you'd hope for by when you're spending all that money. But I've got to say that these Swift seats are really quite comfortable. So these are 2 belted seats, and they've got Isofix as well. So if you've got the child seats, you've got that there. So anyway, back into the van. So coming further along, we've got the same 2-burner gas hob as we've seen quickly in the other one, and also the tap as well. You've got the same control panel up here, again for all the lights, the power, your water, etc. And again, the all important alarm systems. Do make sure if you've got a camper van that you do have the alarms. So we've got again a wet room. Hello again. We've got the shower, we've got the sink, and this sink operates in exactly the same way. That one just folds away just like that. and then we've got the toilet as well, and the toilet roll holder in there, which is purposely made to actually protect the toilet roll from getting wet, because obviously the shower's right above it. So that does protect it to make sure that the toilet roll doesn't get wet, because it's not ideal, is it? If you've got some toilet roll and it's wet, it doesn't really work very well. Anyway, so we've got some more storage in here to be storing all your essential items. So more storage underneath, and you can see we've got some vents down here for the heating system, and then we've got some tie downs which will come in very useful in a little while when we put the bike in here. But this here is the first of the beds. So we've got a table here, a clip-on table which will go to actually create an area so we can actually have a table, but this folds out into a bed. So you've got these here which pull out, and that just provides the strengthening to come across, the beams to go across, and then this bed will pop down. Once you unclip it, it's clipped in over here, and then that will come down to create this bed, which again is the Duvalite mattress, which is extremely comfortable. Got the storage units above the top, and a bit of carpet in there as well, which is obviously removable. Some people do tend to remove the carpets because otherwise you can get, oops, all sandy and all dirty. That just slipped my fingers, I didn't slam it like that on purpose. Oops, sorry. So we've got storage and we've got drawers in here. This is where you have your gas bottle. It's got a box in there at the moment, but that's the gas compartment. As you can see, it's made purposely with the drop-out vent, etc. Over this side, this is where we've got the electrics and the plumbing, the pipes, etc. And then we've got some storage drawers here. So as you can see on this vehicle, it's not got the same amount of storage. It's not got that big vast wardrobe which you do get on that Voyager motorhome, because it is slightly smaller, but it still does have a lot more storage you will find on the Swift Monza. So you've got some more storage in here, and it's got your buttons here for dumping your waste, dumping your water, etc. Again, blinds all round to make sure that you've got that comfort in the night, to make sure that it is dark. So it's 4 o'clock in the morning when that sun's rising in the summer, when you've gone away in the summer, you're not going to be woken up by that bright sunshine because it's got the blinds. So you've got the bed downstairs, which pulls out at the back, but you've also got, in this vehicle, you have the pop top, and this pop top is huge. It has got a massive bed, and again, the Duvalite mattress. So it's really comfortable. And what is extremely good about this vehicle is it's got a skylight in the pop top. Skylight in the pop top, so you can actually open it up and have some more fresh air coming in. Obviously, as well as what you've got in here, because this net obviously lets air in as well. But when that pop top's down, you've got the skylight to actually let some air in and let some light in, even when the pop top's down, just to give you that extra ventilation. It's a really good vehicle. Let's quickly go and have a look at the Swift Monza. So I did show you previously, I did do a video and I showed you the grey one. This one which we've got here is the red one, as you can see, and I actually quite like this colour. I won't come into this one other than showing you the fact that this one is different because it's an automatic. So as far as the automatic's concerned, on these new Ford Transits or new Transporter type vehicles, it hasn't got the gear selector there. So it is very different. You can see it's actually on this stalk over this side now. So it just kind of tidies up this area a little bit. But let's go to the other vehicle and have a look. So here we have the Monza. So the much smaller vehicle. The vehicle which is VW Transporter size. It's a popular vehicle for a reason, which I will come on to in a moment. But I actually really quite like this Monza, and it's little things like the LED lighting. It just really kind of makes it just some more modern. I really do quite like it. So this one's fitted with the Remo Variotech 3000 bed, so as you can see it's on a rail, so you can actually move it backwards and forwards. It's a 3-seater in the back as well, so it's got the 3-seater, so you've got actually 5 travelling occupants, because you've got your 3 there and then you've got the 2 in the front. And I really like these seats. They are leather seats, and then they've got the inlay here that you can see there. This one is the 6-speed manual, but it is the modern, the new Ford Transit Custom. So inside here, we've got the usual, we've got the sink, and then the Dometic 2-burner hob as well. Got storage units above the top, some small ones. We've got the LCD control panel, which is very familiar now. We've been into all 3 vehicles. This one's got an Erbespacher diesel heater. So 3 vehicles with 3 different branded products as far as heaters concerned. Erbespacher in this, we've got the Truma in the Voyager, and then we've got the Whale in the Trekker. You've got the USB sockets and 230 volt when you are on hookup. We've got the pull-out fridge. Like it or not, that's what they've got. I know some people like that, some people don't. And then in here, you've got the toilet. No, you don't get toilets on a Transporter or a Transit. Yes, you do. You just don't get the toilet cubicle itself. More storage. So you've got your different storage drawers for putting things you like in there. Plenty of them, although not as big as on the other vehicles. And then you've got in here, which is a wardrobe. Although if you're 1 foot tall, you might be able to put your dresses and your jeans and things like that, hang them up on there. Any taller than that, I don't really know what you're hanging up on there, but that is because it's a small vehicle. Underneath, you've got your electrics, and then you've got some storage for your shower attachment and your electric cable as well. So again, blinds on the windows, so you've got the blind coming down from the top on this one, and then you've got some more USB sockets. Living area on this one is here. This is it, and this turns into a bed because it pulls out, falls down, turns into a bed, and then you've got the pop top as well. So the pop top up there obviously sleeps 2 people, and you've got the windows and the ventilation. And up there is where you will find your carbon monoxide alarm and smoke alarm. So a much smaller vehicle. So in the back of the Monza, this is where we've got the table, and this is a table which can be removed from the vehicle if you like. It's standalone, so you can pop that in the front or you can take it out the back. Got a cupboard here for your LPG gas, and that's kind of all you're really going to be putting in that one. And then you've got another access cupboard here for going into some more storage in the back, so you can pop your clothes and things like that in there. Another 240 volt socket for when you're hooked up. And like I said, this bed does move forward and back, so you can actually create some more storage area, so you can put more luggage in there. So let's go and get some gear and have a look just to see how it fits in each of these vehicles. So coming around to the back of the Voyager, and I've got the My Rider 24, so I can just fold this down, and like I say, it folds just to 30 centimeters in width. I can pop that in here, hopefully not damaging anything. Look at that, absolutely loads of room in there. So I can pop that there. I've got the lashing points there, so I can actually tie it up and make sure that it doesn't go anywhere. Got the paddleboard as well. Paddleboard quite easily. Can pop in the garage as well. And there we go. I don't even need to be putting my suitcase in or anything like that, because it's got the wardrobe. I can just put that in the wardrobe. So that's the Voyager. Just absolutely tons of space. There's loads of space up here. You can just put loads of stuff in there. Like a 7-meter long vehicle. You really aren't limited to space. There's just absolutely loads of it. Let's go and have a look at the other vehicles. So here we are with the Trekker, and there's a few different things I could do with this. Let's just start off with the paddleboard. So paddleboard, Can pop that in here. Just pop that up here, strap it in, and then it's all nicely in place. Got my suitcase this time. The suitcase could be just kind of popped to the side, or it could be put in the storage units. There's plenty of storage. Now the bike on here, we've not got the garage, so it is going to have to be done a little bit differently. Let's I'm a bit tight for space as far as the building's concerned, but I'm sure I can get it round. So if we drop this to make it narrower, we can lift it up, get that in there without bashing anything, and then I've left the stand up and I've just knocked it down. I've got the stand and I can just pop that in there. So as you can see, we've got the My Rider bike, not quite folded down, but I'll fold that down properly if I was going anywhere. We've got the lashing points on the floor, so again I can use my bungee cords, my ties to keep that kind of safe, and it's just in there with ease. Look, let's pop that down, and it's really comfortably stored in there. So again, a medium-sized vehicle, I've got all my luggage in there. It isn't a problem at all. I could even put the duvet mattress in there as well if I wanted to, but I don't need to because we've already got one. But what is it like in the Monza? Let's go and have a look at that vehicle. So the Monza, the VW Transporter, the Ford Transit Custom, this type of conversion is a lot smaller, so you're not going to be able to get the same kind of luggage in there, or are you? So suitcase wise, the suitcase is going to have to go in the back. We've not got those big wardrobes. Yes, I could empty that out and I could put it in the wardrobe here. I don't necessarily need to bring the case. I could save space by having everything in the wardrobes before I leave home. Duvet. We need somewhere to put the duvet, but duvets are really light. You can just pop them in the back there. Now this is one I'm going to be putting like that because I need to put the paddleboard in. Paddleboard goes there. So I've got everything in the back that I need to get in there. And I've actually put that bed back a little bit further than it was before, just so I can put the bike in the front, because that is the best place to be putting the bike. So let me go and show you how I can put the bike in the camper van. So there you go, it can just fit in like that. Fits in the side, and then again you've got anchorage points for keeping it in place so it doesn't move around. However, you wouldn't necessarily carry it inside the camper van, would you? Regardless of whether you've got a Monza, a Voyager, a VW Crafter, a Ford Transit Custom, whatever it is you've got, you might well actually opt to carry them on the outside of the vehicle. A lot of bikes, a lot of vans these days come with bike racks already pre-fitted. On the VW Transporter and the Custom, you can put them on the tailgate. Really easy to do, and you can carry it up to 4 bikes. But also you could be putting them on the roof. If you've not got a pop-top, you might be able to put the bikes on the roof. And then if you've got a motorhome, a lot of them these days come with the prep. It's got the 2-lay prep for the bikes on the back. So you wouldn't necessarily be putting them inside anyway. You could be leaving the insides for other items. But if you are carrying things inside like this, then you do need to make sure that they are strapped and they are safe. You certainly don't want them to be flying around if you do have an accident. Anyway, let's go and talk as to why you would or why you wouldn't choose one of these 3 vehicles. So that's 3 vehicles all within the same price point. You've got the Monza, it's 68,652. This is at Tamar Caravan Centre at the moment. You've got the Trekker S, the one with the pop top, it's 68,500. And then you've got the Voyager at 69,188. So they're all there within just over £1,000 of each other, all at the same price, but yet offer so many different things. Now, there are differences and there are reasons why you would potentially choose one over the other. Now, for instance, I use my vehicle as a daily driver. So the Ford Monza, the Swift Monza, would be absolutely perfect because it would mean that I could use it for my daily driving. I can park under the 2-meter car parks. I can park it in a normal car parking space. I've not got any problems with any travel of having such a big vehicle. I can get down narrow lanes with relative ease. It isn't a problem. So I could use that as a daily. I don't need a car. I don't need a smaller vehicle. I could just use that with nothing else. Then you've got the Ford Swift Tracker. Now the Swift Tracker is the medium-sized camper van, and it's a bit bigger. It's about 5.5 meters, or 6 if you go for the XL. So it is a longer vehicle, albeit only a meter, but it is a lot taller. You're not going to be getting into the same car parks. Those height restricted car parks, you won't be getting into them. And then that extra length which you've got on that vehicle, it does mean you're not going to be getting into normal car parking spaces. It doesn't mean you can't daily drive it, but a big vehicle like that, would you really want to be daily driving a vehicle like that? To be going to work, going to the shops, doing everything you need to do on a daily basis? Not really for me. So for a vehicle like that, you'd have to have another vehicle as well. Maybe an ID Buzz, which I really am keen on. And as far as that ID Buzz is concerned, somebody actually kindly sent me a link where you can actually hire the ID Buzz. You can pay some money, you can hire the ID Buzz, and then you get some money off if you buy it. Now, I wouldn't be buying new, so that part of it wouldn't be any benefit, but it would give me that ability to be able to test out the ID Buzz just to see if it was for me. Yeah, because I really do quite like them. So you wouldn't daily driver that, which would definitely mean you wouldn't daily driver a 7-meter motorhome, the coach-built Swift Voyager. It is an amazing vehicle. It's got a lot of tech. It's got a lot of features. It's very spacious. You can fit everything in it. You can do everything in it. But it's like a caravan with an engine on the front of it. It is absolutely huge. You certainly would not daily drive it. But the other aspect of it is, it's not just that driving it. Like when you park up at that campsite, how are you actually going to get around? Yeah, you can use your MyRider, you could bikes, you could potentially tow another vehicle on the back of it. But then you're just making that vehicle even longer to be getting to your destination. They would be really difficult to get down the narrow lanes of Devon and Cornwall. Certainly would make it extremely tricky. But also, where are you going to store it? Now, I've got a VW Transporter, which is a Swift Monza Ford Transit Custom size of vehicle, and I can put that on my drive where I live. I'm not even sure I'd be able to get a big Transit or a VW Crafter on my drive because it's just too big. I'd have absolutely no chance of putting a motorhome on my drive. And what if you've not got a drive? Would you really be wanting to park it on the street? You'd certainly be upsetting your neighbours if you did. And some new houses now actually have covenants where you can't actually park big vehicles like that. So although they're all about the same money, £70,000, do you need it as a daily driver? Would you want all the space, all the storage in the bigger one? Or would the medium one be for you? It's a bit like Goldilocks, isn't it? This one is just right, but the one which is just right for you might not be just right for me. Anyway, I'm at the NEC Motorhome and Caravan Show, camping show, whatever the name is of this one, in a couple of weeks' time. And I'm going to be doing quite a few videos from there. So please do subscribe if you want to see those. And if you haven't seen any of the other campervan videos which I did, including one of the Swift Monza, then do have a look at those videos here. Anyway, take care, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you soon.